That's it. Oh, good. You need one more. This one just wants to play. It wants to play very much. And it's doing a good job. Okay, Martha's doing a good job. This is good. This is very wide. And one other item that appeared out of the Divine Grace. So put your gifts down here. Sorry, I should have rejected the gifts. The gift department, please do want you tonight. We'll just even take them. Maybe Miss Argaduff wants to be there. I don't know. One for you. The maker. He's putting the little things on.
We have the cassette.
Okay.
How to turn. If I sit on that side, where's this side? Treasure box for you. Brushing.
Huh?
Treasure box for you. I don't know.
Barbary, my Barbary,
What did you say?
Poverty is
Oh, Harvard. Did she go tonight?
She knows she should come
She
back.
said she would try.
I don't.
Okay.
Coming.
She said she would try, Bridget.
Mahamati.
Yes. I found I have the wrong paper too. Just a minute.
Again, Brahmanandam.
Everything?
Brahmanandam, Brahmanandam.
Yes. I found I had the wrong paper, that's it.
Brahmanandam, Brahmanandam.
That was not meant to even come out of the house. It was just to help you temporarily. Everybody forgive us. No problem. When you're ready.
Brahmanandam, Paramasukasam, Devasaudanamudim,
Tattvamasyaadi lakshyan Ekam nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvati Sachibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Sadgurum Tam Namami Sadgurum Tam Namami Sadgurum Tam Namami Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Mahamate, Bhaj Govindam, Mahamate, Samprapte Sannihite Marane, Samprapte Nahi nahi rakshati deha bandhanam Nahi nahi rakshati deha bandhanam Brahmanandam Paramanandam Brahmanandam Bhaj Govindam Mahamate Amaramam Pranaramam Amaramam Pranaramam Satatam Bhagavati Bhakti Jnana
So I feel I'll give you a poem and then a short prayer. The poem is about someone who finds the essence of love. Everywhere in this world, we look for a flower, the flower of our own being, and yet it ever resides inside of us. But not knowing it, we look outside and we look here or there. And then we come across someone whose eyes are bright, whose smile is shining, whose beam shines with light. And we say, perhaps this one has found that flower for which I ever do seek. That one which we look for is our own self, but we see it in the mirror of that other. Tonight, we celebrate 32 years of Shri Brahmananda teaching in the United States. He is the flower of that love. He is the flower of India's love. He has come many years ago and brought that flower, planted it in the United States, watered it, and here tonight there are seeds of it, shining, smiling, laughing, and being. I pay my respects to him. 32 years, some of you are not even lived that long. And you think of that, 32 years of service, that is a long time. And yet, it is a short time in eternity. It is a very short time. So I give you a prayer. It is not just about Shri Brahmananda, but it is a prayer for world peace. I pray for peace in the Middle East, peace all over the world. I think of the Prince of Peace at this time of year, the Lord Jesus Christ. whose Christ consciousness is in everyone. We are all that Christ. We are the Christ child that is born in Bethlehem. I pray that the insanity that is going on there now between the Muslims and the Jews will come to an end. So I offer a short prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, we give thanks for Shri Brahmananda ji. We give thanks for all the spiritual teachers who have come from Mother India and from around the world, those who have come from the higher planes into this world. We give thanks for that light that shines in the midst of us and inside of us. And we give thanks for the Lord Jesus Christ. We pray for world peace. We pray for peace in Bethlehem, in all the areas of the world, in the very elements of the world. May thy beauty, may thy peace, may thy light touch the hearts and minds of all world leaders. May it touch the minds of the Israelis, the minds of the Muslims, the minds of the Palestinians, their hearts and their very being. And may there be peace where that beautiful child was born so long ago, who came into the world a simple being to tell people that the world should be full of peace. That God's house should not be a place where people rob Peter to pay Paul, where people kill one another, where people sell their very souls, but a place where people worship you in their very being and in everything they do. May the light of that peace shine in the hearts of all those who come tonight. May thy peace shine in their very beings, and may everyone here tonight be blessed by the great presence of the Holy Spirit and the presence of goodness and love. Amen.
Solemnity, and then the fun and games department. Dr. Mishra is always telling us that he's an MD, nothing else. Well, this is an MD that has founded by accident another school of Christianity, because he brought forth teachings that have not been heard since the 3rd century. It's called the Gnostic tradition. And Dr. Mishra proves a point which in Greek language and in the New Testament is the idea that o Theos agapi esti, that God is love. Now, yesterday I had somebody on the radio, a priest of the Anglican Church, and he didn't want to admit that God is love because he said, then you're going to say that love is God. So, it's proven here. And for 32 years, Dr. Mishra has taken the thick heads of the Americans and bounced them off walls to their own great benefit. It's a very good idea. Please do not play football with people's heads. You have to detach them. But as long as you bang them off the wall a couple of times, no harm at all. Very bad for the wall. So, Dr. Mishra is something very bad for the American people because he cuts through their ego and their fantasies and shows them exactly what's going on. That's extremely important. And he also has put forth, you don't hear him say very much, not at any time in his life. And I've known him, I don't want to admit, that gives you my age, and then you call the undertaker and say this guy's going to drop dead in the next 5 minutes. And therefore, I have to be very brief and just say that you want to know that God is love, you see the career of Dr. Mishra, well now Swami Brahmananda Saraswati, and be inspired by it. And sit in his presence and enjoy. Thank you very much.
I'm going to do a little dance, and if you would grant me some room area.
Means back up and back off. I've got to back up one time before we can back off.
I'll step on you, otherwise.
Otherwise not. Brother.
Sure.
Keep looking here.
Pause.
Higher, sir.
Okay. You got it. Okay. The pause button was...
Bob?
Hallelujah.
Stand up.
What do you want?
Say something.
Hey, them.
Oh, say something. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, devotees, thank you very much for coming to make this evening most joyous and happy time. We have our guru with us. We have our gurus with us. And it's the most joyous time for all of us. Those of us who are visiting San Francisco, it's a beautiful city, and those of you who live here, thank you all for coming. The devotees of Guruji's especially thank you for your devotion to him and for your enthusiasm and for your love. And may we all continue to do this over and over and over again.
Don't get comfortable.
Anybody want to say something?
Anybody want to say something? I'll take it one time.
Get a tape and something.
I wish we could all sing, remember that song that we sang when the young man that was playing guitar that was here from the north sang We All Brought Flowers to Virginia?
Oh, I know that.
We could all sing that.
Well, ladies,
I remember.
do you remember
Listen
it?
to my soul song, listen to my house song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Can you do that?
Can you come up front?
Would you come up and lead us?
Good.
Come on.
Tell me what you can say. The guitar.
Can you play?
No.
What?
Where did the guy go that was playing?
It's
We can sing it.
We can still sing
Let's
it.
just sing it.
The one that just
We
played.
sing it from our hearts, it'll sound beautiful.
Listen to my soul song. Listen to my heart song. Deep within my soul. Deep within my soul. I will gather blossoms for thee. I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion, dipping them in devotion. I will lay them at thy feet. 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 Listen to my soul song. Listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion. I will lay them at thy feet. I will lay them at thy feet. Listen to my soul song. Listen to my heart song. In secret in my soul, I will gather blossoms for thee, dipping them in devotion. I will lay them at thy feet. I will lay them at thy feet.
How to feel?
How to use this sandalwood heart,
And
hang it over your heart, and how to use this cassette tape, play it especially when you go to bed at night. Advertisement full? You'll be asleep in 5 minutes, blissful, peaceful sleep with happy, holy dreams, and your mind will be absorbing the Sanskrit and the healing vibration for a whole list of benefits which you will read inside to your amazement.
find that
If you wake up at night, turn it over.
because you have no time.
Because we have no time otherwise but sleeping time.
Thank you.
Water? title seems a little strange at this moment, but it reads The Universal Kingdom of Misery. Which is to say, of course, how to transcend it. Do you know the cause of your failure and lack of success? I do not mean your lack of money, lack of good health or name or fame or position. But here, by failure and lack of success, I mean the universal operation of misery on all levels, physical, mental, and spiritual, in spite of the conveniences we have. Look at your life. You are born with pain, labor pain. You spend your life, your babyhood, in pain. And then comes school, a famous pain. Marriage, no exception. To have children brings pain, and work is a pain. Name and fame and position we earn with great pain. Old age is famous, filled with pain, and our accidents and incurable diseases, they are eternal pain. Finally, death is a pain. In short, you might say that we are born in the hospital. Our whole life we depend on the clinic or hospital, and ultimately we die in the hospital, which is to say, the hospital has become our home and our reality. Take an example. A servant is not happy. He wants to become the boss. The boss is not happy because he wants to become the mayor, but it's not over there. The mayor is not happy because he's not yet governor, while the governor's not happy because sitting on top of him is the president or the prime minister, who is also not happy because he wants to dominate the whole planet. In fact, all presidents and prime ministers whom I have seen have died most unhappily and miserably. Now, be careful. There are many types of pain, many types of misery. There is physical pain, but more powerful than the physical pain is psychological pain. And most powerful, more powerful than psychological, is spiritual pain. Look at the priest. Spiritual, yes, but he wants to become the high priest. Be careful. The high priest wants to become bishop. The bishop is looking with eyes at the archbishop's seat. The archbishop wants to become the cardinal. But the cardinal's not so happy. He wants to be the pope. The pope, can you imagine, wants to become Jesus Christ. In every religion, these things are going on and on. In fact, our life has become so externalized that we don't know what is going on within us. Our unresolved mental problems and emotions, they are challenging us, demanding expression as the motions or movements of our life, governing our behavior and conduct. And that behavior and conduct, they are leading us toward bankruptcy, toward neurosis, psychosis, insanity. No doubt, we know how to go to the moonland. We know how to fly with space by jumbo jets. We can drive a car or a train on the earth, travel underwater faster than the speed of fishes by our submarines. But wait, We can talk with our neighbors by walkie-talkie all over the earth. We communicate by telephone and telegraph. And we relate within our whole solar system and even with distant stars by radio waves. Yet, can you believe we cannot talk to our own self, which is our real life? We cannot walk independently with our own 2 feet. That is to say, with absolute godhood in the form of I am. In fact, without this I am, we cannot do anything. Without I am, we are dead. Thus, I am is our real life. Nobody can overcome unresolved emotions. These emotions block the light of the absolute I am. Do you know the main cause of this unfortunate predicament? You know we have everything except happiness. In olden days, no doubt, people had nothing, but they were very happy. Nowadays, scientists have made heaven on earth for us with our TV, radio, telephone, our radio waves, our radar waves, our computers, railways, and airplanes. We are circling the orbit of the earth. We're going to the moon. We're venturing even into outer space. No doubt, nowadays, nobody wants to go to the old heaven. Therefore, America, very wise, created New Haven. But, by this man is becoming a robot. Although we have gone to outer space many times, we do not know the beauty, tranquility, and blessings of our inner space. Therefore, man is not happy. We are very expert in mutual blame, blaming each other for our lack of success and happiness. But this does not help. One more point. Our religions have lost their mystical beauty. They've lost the mysticism in them. Now, mysticism and mystification are 2 different things. All religions operate on the level of mythology and symbolism. We try to mystify our mythology and symbolism, but they can never be real mysticism. They cannot be reality. When absolute truth is told by the thinking and talkative mind through the mills of language, then be sure we are mystifying our mythology and symbology as reality. No doubt we feel happy by our mystified mythology, our mystified symbology, but the mystification remains always mystification. The moment you try to tell anything, any truth by the thinking mind through language, that moment it is reduced to mythology and symbolism, because the ultimate truth cannot be defined through any language or any thinking. When it is, it can no longer be mysticism. One more word about mysticism and mystification. Mystification can work only through symbols, like sensation, or mathematics, or language, the computer, and so on. But mysticism is beyond sensation, above all symbols. Mystification works through time and space. It depends on language, thought. Psychologically, the movement of thought is the movement of time and space. Mysticism, on the other hand, goes beyond time and space. We work on both planes. When we operate by means of the body and mind, we are working through time and space. And when we operate devoid of any thought and thinking, then we are operating beyond time and space. Be still and know I am that I am. No doubt, we have a body and mind, but we are not the body and mind. Body and mind, rather, are our symbols. Ultimately, we must experience the truth of our being without symbols, by going beyond the body and mind. And then, we should help others by mystifying our experience through symbols, mythology, math, art, science, so forth. As long as we are not hungry and thirsty, so long we cannot enjoy food or drink. Similarly, man is not thirsty and hungry for real life. He is constipated with unreality, and therefore he cannot enjoy ultimate truth. The main cause of our difficulty is that we live in our body and mind. Therefore, we have become identified with the body and mind. In one sentence, one may say that mysticism is real gold, and mystification is its shadow. I am asking you, can fishes live without water? Can any man live without space and air? In the same way, can man live without awareness? Awareness is the first and last freedom, the first and last mysticism and religion. In our life, awareness is manifested as I am. When you go beyond the body and mind by meditation on I am, then you can feel your real being, which is eternal existence, awareness, pure consciousness and bliss. Sat Chid Ananda. We live in the forest of the body and mind, which is constituted by the 5 gross elements, the 5 subtle elements or radio waves, the 5 sense organs or senses, 5 motor organs, the mind, ego, superego, chittam, and supreme nature or prakriti. Our I consciousness or psychosomatic consciousness operates in the external universe by means of these above-mentioned 25 elements. They serve to communicate with the external universe, to orient that universe in time and space with cause and effect. But they cannot communicate with the internal universe. Therefore, we have 2 types of universe. One, the created universe, created within 6 days by the absolute I am, absolute God. These 6 days are the 6 senses: the eyes to see, the nose to breathe and smell, the tongue to taste and talk, ears to hear, skin to orient, to touch and feel, plus the mind to think. These 6 senses are all part of the created universe. But we also have the eternal, the uncreated universe. By means of the 6 senses, we cannot feel the absolute I am, because these 6 senses, as we have mentioned, are within time and space, while the Absolute always remains beyond time and space. Thus, we can never know the ultimate truth, God, by our psychosomatic consciousness, because it never goes beyond body and mind, and here, identified with body and mind, our consciousness becomes the sense of ego. As long as you have psychosomatic consciousness, the self-sense or ego, so long you cannot know the ultimate form of the universe or God, the absolute I am, absolute truth. For this, you have to go beyond the level of the three gunas, or cosmic forces, because the body and mind are governed by them. And now, for your understanding, I would like to illustrate this subject with an extraordinarily charming, mythical story of our lives.
Hand for that marvelous fire ceremony.
Okay, now everybody check your drawers for holes from the sparks.
I mean, does he know how to do a fire ceremony or what?
Are you ready for a story? The Hindus have a trinity of three gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Have you noticed the word God itself has three letters, G, O, and D? Well, the G means the generative aspect, that is to say, the aspect of creation, Brahma. The O is the organizing aspect, Lord Vishnu. And D means the destructive aspect, that which removes all obstacles in the path of the creation and organization, that is to say, in the path of perfection. And this is Lord Shiva. These deities govern the whole creation, past, present, and future, through our thinking mind. They are in our mind. Without them, we cannot think anything. Therefore, they are faculties of thinking. For example, say you want to cook a meal. The moment the idea of cooking comes, Brahma begins to create, to operate, because it's a creative and generative thought. After the idea comes the process of organization, how to prepare that meal, Lord Vishnu. And finally, destroying all the obstacles blocking the path of creation and organization, that is the part of Lord Shiva. What about another example? You came here tonight. First you had the idea to come, Icha Shakti, the generative thought, Brahma. You had to organize your whole day's work to come here because you have many works, not only this. That's Kriya Shakti, the operation of Vishnu. And then you had to destroy many obstacles in the path of coming here, Jnana Shakti, the part of Shiva. And this process works with every activity, with every creation, with every thought. Thus, we have G plus O plus D, the trinity of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, constantly operating in our thinking. You cannot think anything without them. Now, once upon a time, all three deities were in family trouble. Remember the title. Okay. Now, after a very long time, Brahma returned home to his abode, having been very busy in creation. But his wife, Mother Saraswati, was very, very angry with him. He had been out for too long. So she told him, "You are the most miserable creature. You're creating everything for others, while you yourself have nothing. You have no house. Your house is a meager lotus flower in the center of a lake. I cannot accommodate there easily. There's always the risk of falling into the water. Nobody can sleep on a lotus flower. Why do you live there? I know. It's due to fear of cockroaches and bugs." And she protested, "You have 4 faces, Brahma. Always 2 faces are against me. And nobody can kiss you. You're always looking in the other direction. But wait, your vehicle is a swan, and I cannot ride on the same swan. You need a jumbo jet or at least a private flying saucer. What is this, Brahma? You are most miserable creature. Therefore, hurry up. Search some place for us to pass a happy life." Well, after listening to her complaint, Brahma thought and was ready to go with her to visit Shiva and see how he and his family were doing. But in the meantime, Lord Shiva was also in family trouble, very deep, very deep. He was always riding on the back of a bull. And Mother Parvati, his beloved wife, she was riding always on the back of a lion. Now you may know the bull and the lion are natural enemies. But wait, Lord Shiva had the Ganga River on his head. And Mother Parvati was always jealous of that river. She wanted to be on his head. But such a husband, she complained. He always had serpents around his body as ornaments. That wasn't bad enough. But his son, Lord Ganesha, he had a mouse as his vehicle. And you know, the serpent and the mouse, natural enemies. But that's not all for the holocaust of the household. The elder son, Shanmukh, he was the 6-headed god, and his vehicle was a peacock. The peacock is another natural enemy, very powerful, of the serpent. Now Mother Parvati began to complain, "You have no proper house. Your whole abode is full of holocaust. Look, you sleep on the glaciers of Mount Kailash. Why do you live here? I know you have fear of cockroaches and bugs. I cannot appreciate this type of life in the glaciers. Do you not have any type of privacy? I know you destroy everybody else's trouble, but your whole abode is nothing but trouble. Why don't you destroy your own trouble? You know, you live always in the graveyard, smeared with the ashes of cremation, wearing a garland of skulls, such a husband always carrying a begging bowl. I am asking you, why don't you just build a suitable house for yourself and your family? Why not get a flying saucer for yourself? Lord Brahma and Lord Vishnu and their wives are very happy. Well, on hearing this daily news, Shiva thought they should visit Brahma and Vishnu. So together with Mother Parvati, he set out. And on the way, they met Lord Brahma. After mutual salutations, they came to know each other's family trouble. This was shocking news. So Brahma and Shiva decided to go with their families to Lord Vishnu's abode. But oddly enough, at that very same time, Mother Lakshmi, the gracious wife of Lord Vishnu, was giving many complaints against her lord. You live in the ocean of milk due to fear of cockroaches and bugs and various types of pollution. Will you please organize something for your house? You can use some antiseptic or anti-pollutant to wipe out any bugs or roaches. And she continued, I cannot enjoy your bed. Your bed is made of serpents. I cannot sleep with you. Have you ever seen anybody on the bed of serpents? Lord Shiva keeps serpents as ornaments, but you sleep on them. I am telling you, Brahma and Shiva are very happy. Why don't you follow them and build a nice home for your family? Meanwhile, Brahma and Shiva arrived at Lord Vishnu's abode. They all gave respectful mutual salutations, and then they all came to know each other's family trouble and problems. They began to wonder, is any man happy in any solar system, in any universe? They began to meditate, and finally, after long meditation, they located one family on earth which was very happy. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva all wondered what could be the cause of this extraordinary couple's happiness. The husband's name was Atri, meaning beyond the three gunas, beyond the body and mind. His wife's name was Anasuya, which means pure wisdom, not involved in finding fault with anybody. An means not. Asuya means fault-finding wisdom. Ultimately, all three deities left high heaven and left their families behind to go to earth and visit this couple and search the cause of their happiness. Thus, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva disguised themselves as three Jain monks in nude form. You know, there are two types of Jain monks, and the nude type bears no clothes. Therefore, he is called Digambara, he who wears space as his garment. After presenting themselves in this way, the three monks asked permission to stay at Atri and Anasuya's house as honored guests for some days. Shri Atri and Srimati Anasuya were in complete agreement and offered their hospitality. Now, when Anasuya was preparing their meal, the guests made a rather unusual request. Since we are nude, they said, then you, our hostess, should also become nude, at least while serving the meal. Anasuya noticed their strange behavior, but also their divine majesty. Therefore, Srimati Anasuya meditated, and at once she came to know their true form as the heavenly gods of the Trinity. Then she sprinkled water on them, and by the power of her meditation, the three guests were transformed into baby form. Then Srimati Anasuya became nude herself to give them milk. Now the three babies were very happy with Atri and Anasuya's behavior and conduct. They could not find such love, devotion and dedication anywhere in the whole universe. After several days, they revealed their real form to the couple. They blessed Atri and Anasuya and offered them a boon. Yet Shri Atri and Srimati Anasuya replied, "We have everything already, by your presence and grace." Still, the gods insisted they ask something before their departure, as their visit could not go in vain. Therefore, Atri and Anasuya asked, "Since you three became our babies, then all three of you come into one form and become our baby son." The boon was granted. Their son was born. He had 3 heads, 1 body, 6 arms, because he was the union and combination of all 3, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, the Trinity. He also had with him a cow and 4 dogs. This son became more powerful than all of heaven. Therefore, he is called Dattatreya, the Guru of heaven and earth. Do you know the moral application of this story? Believe it or not, this is your story. It is not part of human history, but part of mythology. What is the difference between human history and mythology? Human history is constructed about the events in the lives of human beings, but mythology is the history of the mind. Therefore, mythology operates eternally, while history is contained only in the past. Mythology operates beyond time and space. When you are ready, then you will feel every myth within your mind. By meditation on I Am, beyond the body and mind, you will see the mysticism behind this story. Here, the cow is the body. The 3 heads are Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, the Holy Trinity. The 6 arms are the 6 senses and sense organs. The eyes to see, ears to hear, nose to smell and breathe, tongue to taste and talk, skin to touch and grasp, and the mind to think. The 4 dogs are the Antahkarana, the mind, ego, superego, and chitta. Although he has a cow as his body, 6 arms as his senses, 3 heads as his mind, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and 4 dogs as his Antahkarana, still Dattatreya remains beyond all of these, always. Therefore, he is the Guru of heaven and earth, the Sadguru, residing in everybody's heart, in the form of Param Guru, Dattatreya. Fishes are very happy in the deep water of the ocean. In the same way, in the ocean of pure consciousness, pure awareness beyond the body and mind, that is to say, in the state of absolute I Am, absolute Godhood, there a man is very happy. There is no other way. Bhagavan Jesus Christ said, "Be still and know I am that I am. I and my Father are one. I am the Alpha and the Omega, which is to say, I am is the Alpha and Omega. I am is the way. When you meditate on I am beyond the body and mind, your body becomes cosmic radio and cosmic TV. Your mind becomes Akasha, the ocean of ether, the ocean of radio waves. Then you can understand and comprehend the mystical power of this story, otherwise not. Please meditate to verify this story, because it is your story. Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, which is to say, feel the absolute truth, absolute love, and absolute beauty of I am. This is the final purpose of our coming into this world of the senses, to feel the presence of Sadguru in the form of absolute I am. Om Shanti, Shri Brahmananda Saraswati.
I really don't know where I am. I was on the street and friends had come in. I don't know any of you people. But I have to be very honest, I have a superhuman memory. And for the benefit of all you who did not hear every single word, I have memorized the previous speech completely. Pain. I am. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was wondering if... no, just in case. I was wondering if I could possibly... a tape.
Tape.
He talked so he could have a tape, Guruji.
Yes, because everyone who came up received a tape. I was wondering if I could... That's all. I didn't know what I didn't really want to repeat your speech, you know, but I tried to memorize it. Thank you.
Can I go? Thank you.
Thank you kindly.
The story which you heard just now, she will sing in one song. The same story on Dattatreya.
Bye.
Sadguru Dattatreya Bhagavan ki Jai. Brahmananda Swami ki Jai. Dr. Ajari ki Jai. All the yogis and yoginis ki Jai.
Sant Guru,
Sant Keshavadas ki
It is so difficult to explain all the tapasya, austerity, and the tyaga, the renunciation which my immortal self in the form of Dr. Shri Brahmananda Saraswati has done. 32 years of harmony between the East and the West. Exchange of God for nothing. All that wisdom, that one story of Dattatreya, if you have to know, another 1,000 lives are not enough, that which is read there. And all that psychologically in the plane of consciousness in very simple language, to write and thereby teach. And you to be here during this very busy Christmas session, you to be here, you should be very chosen, lucky for this occasion, for this purpose. 32 years of dedication. But he is very clever in doing that renunciation, because he knew what is the imperishable wealth. He was a doctor, brain surgeon. Now he does the open heart surgery of everyone, opening the operation of the third eye to everyone with this staff. And therefore, words are inadequate in expressing the inexpressible joy and peace which all of you have enjoyed. He has conquered death. What more you want? He has destroyed the death. Practically, he is a Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta means liberated while living in this body. There is no death to this gentleman. He is immortal. Billions of people live like corpse, just like a corpse. But these people live forever because of the knowledge of God. One who knows God becomes God. Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati, as the teaching goes. Therefore, instead of telling it in deeper philosophy at this hour, let me make you relax just in knowing one or two small stories, because I am also hungry like you. Sorry for reminding. The story is very small. There was a king coming on a golden throne, and there was a beggar who wanted to become a millionaire overnight. So he approached the king for a lot of wealth, but for his wonderment, king stooped and begged of the beggar to part with a few grains of rice. He was pushing the knapsack under the arm, telling, I don't have anything, therefore I have come to you. You are king, you are begging of me. The king said, whatever you have, give me something. Much against his will, he parts with 7 or 8 grains of rice when he had 8 to 9 handful of rice. He just gives 8 or 9 grains of rice. King was very happy, beggar was very unhappy. King went to his palace Beggar went to his mosquito hut and emptied the bag. When he emptied the bag, for his wonderment, he saw only 7 to 8 grains alone are converted into gold. He had 7 to 8 handful of rice. Among them, only 7 to 8 grains of rice alone are converted into gold. Nabi began beating his forehead. And rest of the story you know. Had I known what I give to the king will return in gold to me, I would have given all rice and would have all wealth. Whatever time, sacrifice you do during the lifetime for truth, that alone comes at the time of death when we have to empty this basket, this knapsack. I said he was clever because he gave everything and got everything. You understand? Whatever you give, that alone you deserve to receive. Little you give, little grace comes to you. Totally you give, then total God and the kingdom is yours. That is the one important lesson we learn through Swami Brahmananda, whom I know in many lives we have been brothers. And again we have come. The other day he wrote, when I came here, you and your wife are like Radha and Krishna, he wrote. If I am Krishna, you are my elder brother Balaram. So this is the blessing. Now I conclude by telling another little story. There was a king called Sharyati, and he had a beautiful daughter called Sukanya. This spiritual daughter of Dr. Mishraji tells very good stories. Just to inspire her, I am telling. Because there are very few storytellers nowadays. All stories, hijack stories. So, did you know a 15-year-old boy hijacked that KLM today, just yesterday? Just 15-year-old boy. He went to, because he was seeing that in TV, and he went, that is the news today. He went and held that to the head of the pilot. Finally they saw there was no gun, it was a clock. He was a 15-year-old boy, had some mental problems. But he made the plane to go all the way to Rome by holding that clock, which was looking like a gun. This is the story today. Therefore, TVs and movies have made the whole world crazy. If they could teach such stories, of course, they can save everybody. The same media which is used by idiots, if they are used by monks and the Mahatmas, the whole world will be saved. Coming back to the story, that girl Sukanya, she went along with the father for hunting in the forest. And as a unmarried, just about to marry, that beautiful young woman, Sukanya, she was watching like a glow inside an anthill. Some glowing thing. She never knew what it was. So she took the thorn and pricked those two glowing things. And suddenly the blood was oozing. It was a great yogi who was meditating. Around him an anthill was built over the ears, and his eyes were glowing. She never knew. Out of curiosity, she pricked, and it was bleeding. She was so afraid that she ran away. But by the time, according to mythology, which is the story of our mind, so beautifully it is said, the entire thousands of troops of the king who have come for hunting, they couldn't eat anything, drink anything, cannot go to toilet, everything was blocked in them. Then the king was alarmed, we have wronged some master. something has happened. Everyone is sick all on a sudden. And he asked the entire troop, did anyone wrong a master here? His own beautiful daughter came forward and said, I am sorry, I never knew it was a master. Some glowing thing was there through the anthill, I saw. And unfortunately, I pricked those eyes. That might be the reason. Now immediately Shariati, her father, along with the whole troop, came there and begged of the great master to forgive and take whatever he wants. Now one who has pricked and made the beautiful eyes blind, she was dedicated at the master's will as his devoted wife. So the young Sukanya became the wife of old sage who was blinded by her curiosity. Very dedicatedly, she served the master with all devotion, washing him, taking care of him, continuously she served the master. By this, twin physicians, God appointed twin physicians. You know, when all the doctors fail, still we have two physicians appointed by God who will heal our kidneys and eyes and everything. They are called the twin angels, Ashwini Devatas, which are glorified in the Vedas. So those twin physicians, angels, they came, and when angels come to you, you will know they are angels when their feet are not touching the earth. They are just standing in the air. And they told her, look, your husband is ugly, very old and blind, and you are so young. And look at we, the twin angels, how beautiful, how young we are. Why not you marry one between us? She said, everyone else is my brother other than my husband. He is most beautiful because of my love. Love is beautiful, not the body, not the age. They were so pleased and they said, we came to test your love for your husband. We are very much pleased. Therefore, we want to give the eyes of your husband back because we are appointed as twin physicians. Whoever has any kidney, eyes, or any problem in the body which cannot be healed, which is beyond the pale of the medical field, if they know our prayer, our mantra, we arrive there and heal them. Therefore, send your husband with us, we will heal him. She was overjoyed. Holding the hand of the blind yogi called Chavana, all the three of them, the twin angels, holding the hand of the old sage, jumped into a lake. Now the wonder is when they came out, all the three of them were looking alike. Absolutely alike, young, transcendental, and absolutely beautiful. This was a greatest test for that chaste, pure woman, Sukanya. How to know who is my husband? All the three of them, same face, same everything, radiance, absolutely, in every limb. And they say, choose your husband now. And she prayed for a while. And then suddenly her eyes fell on the feet. Only her husband's feet is touching the ground. The other two are angels, little above the ground. That knowledge of the angels revealed her the truth of her husband, and she went and embraced him. The twin angels were absolutely pleased and said, whoever listened to this story, let them be whole. Our presence will be there and we will completely heal them. The mantra for that you should remember is Om Shri, say that. Om Shri Ashwini Devataya Namaha. Om Shri Ashwini Devataya Namaha. One more for the health of our beloved Brahman Saraswati. Let us all pray for his health. Om Shri Ashwini Devataya Namaha. Here is a classical song with which I conclude. Ajari Brahmananda Saraswati ki Dattatre Sadguru Bhagavan ki beautiful American yogis and yoginis ki
Sant
Keshavadas ki
Rama ki
Rama ki jai.
1 minute.
1 minute silence.
Yame Mata Jamita Tameva Yame
Just stay seated. Prasad is going to be served in here.
Yeah. Thanks.
Mill around, come on. Mill around. Stand up, get
No,
some-
wait. There's a few announcements. Thank you.
Prasad's coming.
Thank you, baby.
I want to thank Guruji and for all these years. I noticed also, Guruji, I don't know if you want me to talk about those numbers you put on the clipboard in the temple. 19.
Did you want all this
numbers?
information?
Huh?
Did you want to say that?
Uh-huh.
23, 32, 33?
No. Okay, I'll just mention one number. 1955 is when Guruji came to this country, and 1971, so 17 years, half that time is when I met Guruji. So I've known him for, he's been a light to many of us for many, longest time, I guess, Bharati, longer, and many of us a shorter time, but it's been a tremendous inspiration for me. And I just sort of want to share one story that one experience that I had. Went back, I don't think I've ever told anybody this little story, and it happened in college, in my later years in college. And I was studying mathematics at the time, and I was also very much into learning about myself. And one day I had this very profound experience, and I was constantly searching for God and truth. And I was sitting in the graduate division where I worked at this desk. I had this tremendous psychic reach out for this. I wanted to experience God, and I reached out and I grabbed nothing. And I realized that I had a tremendous profound. That's when I became an atheist. I had this tremendous psychic leap outwards, and I grabbed nothing. And I was, I think, 19 years old at the time, and I became an atheist at just that moment. And it was, and I didn't realize it then, but it was a tremendous experience and a tremendous turn in my life, because I realized then, and about 4 or 5 years later, I had a real awareness of what God was about, that you couldn't reach God by reaching outwards. That it has to come from your own inner experience. And that started me on the road, becoming an atheist, started me on the road. Realizing God.
Thank you.
I just want to say one short thing, Guruji. I can't explain why I moved to say this, because it's really out of time in a certain way. But there may be some people here who haven't known, who don't know the whole context of Guruji's work in the United States. And I just feel like at this moment, I want to invite everyone to Ananda Ashram, which is his other center in New York. Some of you may not know that his so to speak, the mother ashram is in New York State, and Guruji is there in the summer times. There's a University of East-West Unity. This place is whole, thriving, and vital all year long, but somehow I just have this feeling to let people know that he has another center in New York in the country with 100 acres. I'm not really here to advertise that fact, but there must be some people here who might be scheduled to go there. And I want you first to know it's there. And you can ask questions of any of the residents or some of the people who know where it is. There's probably some good propaganda upstairs. But it's one family and we have many homes. So please keep circulating and being with us.
Also upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll open up the gift shop for a little while if anybody wants to do any last-minute Christmas shopping.
It's not last minute yet. We still have more than 24 hours to go.
We've got 24 hours still. You have enough time. You can buy your presents tonight and wrap them up tomorrow.
Get your presents. Bring money.
Yes. And also,
Yoga psychology,
this is very much magic. Everything you put in here, we spend to support the center. It comes back to you. It's magic.
Grains of divine.
So you put it in, it comes right back into your pocket.
Hey, very good.
Oh, all right.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah, we have about 50 people registered for our retreat at Palm Hot Springs. So, if you're interested, we have
It's a wonderful place to get on to start the new year at Harvard.
You're not going to go.
we reserved the conference center, the largest facility there. But also Guruji will be here, so I know we're all torn between food. And I'll be up there.
How do you do? It's nice to meet you. That handshake, excuse me, right? It's very sticky. Oh, it's not mine. There's not from. This was Britishes. I don't know pass him around. I don't know anything. He wrote that script. I should have practiced it. Everyone knows that. No problem. I have no knowledge.
Also, don't forget about Christmas. Christmas will be having a morning program. And if you can't come in the morning, we'll be having a feast, a vegetarian feast, about 2, 3 o'clock. And then also in the evening, we'll be having a special evening program, Christmas program.
So 9:30 in the morning, and if you can make it, it's 2:30 for the feast. No. I suppose we can put it down right here.
8 o'clock in the morning.
That's all?
It's 10 o'clock. The morning program is now 10 o'clock.
Paris. This was in Paris. Here you are. It's an old picture of you and Shivananda. Some of these people look familiar. On the back? Is that Masmuri? Or is it Brahmananda? Would that be the Brahmananda Saraswati? Duncan? This is from that gentleman who was over here. He calls himself Shivananda. No, I don't know what he calls himself. He just says Om Namah Shivaya. He's the fellow in back. Here's you. He's over there, standing up talking. He's in the picture. From Paris with you as a doctor in orange, you were. This is you. Hard to see a little bit. And I wonder if that's the fellow you're looking for.
Yeah, this makes you the details.
Oh my goodness, what is she? Did you try the cranberry?
cake? Did you try the cranberry cake? Also? Radha, did you try it? Let him try the cranberry, just a tiny taste to see if you like it.
Much as you
If you like poppy seed, you might also like cranberry cake. It's cranberry and
Puppies have a very special
I don't know.
of course.
Healing cake.
If anybody likes to keep this here, you may.
Yes, come, Subramaniam. How are you?
You keep that then. You keep it. You keep
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is new.
She wrote that.
Yes,
His own bhajago.
yes, yes.
And I really have to apologize.
Ooh, more? Oh, you sweet thing. Thanks. Yeah? Did Gershi get more poppy seed cake? The real devotion from childhood to the poppy seeds.
Right there, and there's one there too. I have tea getting ready for you. Bring it in the middle.
Yeah, if it was needed. Are you related to Cindy, right?
Those flowers right there are from Nirmala. And eucalyptus. The leaves are eucalyptus.
Thank you, thank you.
From Gorji. The eucalyptus are from Halavani.
Manamani, Kabastandi, Malima, Parke. Banamani, Masati,
Madhyama.
Bantasi,
Sorry,
Malima,
Apashyanti, Madhyama.
Parke.
Vaikari, Vaikari.
Vaikari, speech. From the most subtle, unmanifest sounds to its levels of vibration. Paravani,
You were standing party. Who were standing party?
You were telling
Calmly.
something
Without tumult.
about Subramaniam.
Oh, that Master Subramaniam, he has come because of his own Guru Jayanti in Concord. Concord, they have purchased a Greek Orthodox church and made a Ganesh temple. Here they have Palani temple in San Francisco. Palani Subramaniam temple.
He here?
He is here
Where?
from Hawaii.
He here?
He is American.
He
In San Francisco?
He is coming tomorrow to San Francisco from Concord.
Why did he be here? But I want to see him.
Hawaii.
I
No,
want
tomorrow where will he be? In San Francisco?
He will be in Palani temple.
honey.
What temple was that?
San Francisco, Palani.
I never heard of it, I'm sorry.
You know, that's the
It's on Sacramento.
Master Shivaya Subramaniam. Dr. G knows.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, long time.
Palani Swami temple in San Francisco.
And
Address or phone number?
1 or 2 days he will be there. I do not have. You know the street. Let me find out.
Sacramento Street would be under,
Let me
you'll find things in the phone book.
That's not mine. This one has a funny bubble on it, strange thing, the mermaid. Mine was just a
This is what you wrote. 631.